Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia for today. We're gonna be jumping to another session of Epic 7 out today. Got some more Guild War for you guys. But before we begin, of course, we have our joke of the day. From Icarus, again. I just burned 2,000 calories. That's the last time I'll be taking a nap while baking brownies. Like, that's all you burned when you fell asleep when something's in the oven. Some dangerous stuff. Don't do this at home. Oh, man. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into our first battle here. I'm actually going to start with the bottom tower this time. They have a pretty standard top team, and the bottom team's a little bit interesting because we see a little variation in the C. Lilius Senya comp. So the first one we have FCC, Meru, and Fire Meru. Now, that's a team that I've historically struggled a lot with. I don't know why I'm starting with this team first, but we are. LR Crow would be fantastic into this, I think. LR Crow and Ice Crow, but I have Ice Crow here to tank the Meru's hits. He's pretty tanky, built literally just for Guild Wars to resist and tank the Meru's S3. We have our Ilanov here. Now, is Ilanov great in this fight? Probably not, but am I gonna use her? You betcha. My Ilanov doesn't pack that much damage in her. As you can see, about 260 crit damage. Wish it was higher, but she is so stat hungry. I have her on a speed penetration set, so we'll see how that goes. She also has a bit of damage mitigation with mature sunglasses, which is quite nice. It'll help her survive a little bit better. And I'm using her EE where she increases combat readiness by 50% after she uses her S3. So we'll see how that goes in terms of damage and what she can do. So last but not least, we're bringing in Destina, and she'll be here to just kind of sustain the team, heal everybody, and revive, of course, if things do go south. For the bottom team, we're going up against a Karina instead of a Shu, which means we can continue using our troll DDR teams in Guild Wars. So DDR is going to be on Bastion of Hope here. It gives him about 70 more resistance, and that'll put him about 200 resist, right? So hopefully it's enough for the Sea Lilius, or at least we can RNG it. We have our Sharoon. Now what I wanted to do was go for a Dizzy with Solitaria, but I ended up going against it because then I wouldn't have any sustain for the team, and Karina has a bunch of splash damage, and the Senya here would be attacking Dizzy quite a bit. So I have Dizzy on Aila Violin. I should probably change this, actually. I think Taga Hells would be quite nice for the opening hits to get a bunch of debuffs and get a lot of control established. Right, so let's go ahead and jump into this and see how it goes. Hopefully we get our Ilanov a nice little showcase in all of our matches. Now, the good thing is Destina is actually going first. Spirit's Blessing is a buff, therefore Meru will be attacking us quite early without stealing any buffs. So here we go. Meru is going to go, and he is going to hit the crowd with a big S3. Oh, it's quite a tanky Meru, 15k health. That should be alright. Now, what we have on our S3 is Ilanov can actually injure everybody, and increases crit damage for everyone for 2 turns, which is a very rare buff. She also grants immunity to herself and increases combat readiness, but I think what I'll do is just go for an S1. I'm going to wait for the barrier to kind of wear off, and then we'll try to burst down the Meru, right? Okay, so FCC is going for the S3. We're looking fine here. Actually, we healed up quite a bit with the Guardian Ice Crystals on Crow, so I'm not complaining about that. Okay, we're going to get the defense buff up. So let's break the skill nullifier on some of these guys. And I think this is actually the perfect time to just go for Ilanov's S3. It's going to hold on to it until the barriers wore off, but it's a perfect way to clear away the skill null. And thankfully, there is no, there was no proc from the Meru in terms of Magic for Friends. We're going to heal up Destina just to keep her nice and healthy. Crow unfortunately gets provoked here. this FCC is actually rocking some effectiveness. Okay, so apparently Ilanov's S2 hurts quite a bit. Okay, or maybe not. That was a little bit of damage there. Krowl's looking a little weak. So I'm gonna have to pop Destina's S3. I didn't want to have to this early, but we really need to get this Meru down. So what I will do is I will go for the horse here, because my Crowl is on his EE that reduces his horse cooldown duration. So it's going to be quite nice. We get to finish off the Meru, get a nice little barrier for protection. Oh, a little dual attack there. Okay, so the FCC probably doesn't have that much effectiveness. She probably just got lucky, seeing that Crowl resisted all of those hits there. Nice little proc from Ilanov. She doesn't guarantee a follow-up. Sorry, not a follow-up. She doesn't guarantee that she will always S1. She will always have a chance of proccing her S2 instead of her S1, which is quite nice. Okay, another Analyze coming out. This is unfortunate because Crowl actually retained the defense buff and the barrier and everything. So Meru gets a nice barrier and defense buff, which we actually couldn't break with the Ilanov. Alright, Crowl got provoked there again, and Meru goes for her S3. Right, so let's see here. Let's go for the S1. Good, no proc there from the Meru. Let's go for another S3. I think we can do a good chunk of damage with this. Gain 50% combat readiness, get the crit damage buff up. We got the Magic for Friends proc. Ooh, took away the crit damage buff on the Ilanov. Actually, Ilanov got fully stripped there. And Rimuru's gonna come in, so... Rip the Crowl. And he steals my crit damage buff, which is not very good. Let us go for the S2. We can Soul Burn to increase the damage dealt. I think I'm gonna have to go for that. Okay, very, very close. Very nice. We do manage to finish her off, which is good. I am going to turn cycle the Destina, so we'll go ahead and heal her up. And we should be good in terms of reviving our Crowl. So now let's go for the Rimuru. Again, this is not the best team to be taking into a Rimuru-Meru comp, but... we're pushing Ilanov to her limits, right? And she isn't actually on Elbrus. If you put on Elbrus, it'll probably help out quite a bit. But Mature Sunglasses is good for keeping her alive with the damage mitigation. It also helps out because my Ilanov, again, is lacking some crit damage. So luckily, the Mature Sunglasses gives a bit, and her own buff gives a bit more. Alright, Crowl healing a little bit from the Guardian Ice Crystals, which means he will live this attack. And I'm gonna, again, just turn cycle the Destina, just by healing herself. I don't want to heal the Crowl, because I do want him to have his horse. So let's go ahead and rip that into the Rimuru. And we should be good to fight the FCC there. Okay, very nice. Let's go for the S3 so we can at least get that crit damage buff. I love her animation. Looks absolutely sick. She reminds me of Fire Robbie with those, right, animation, like, lines in the black and white contrast that they have going. Okay, so, let's see, yeah, so her S1 has a 50% chance to activate the S2 and it doesn't trigger a dual attack. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just do the S2 here. She also does additional splash damage afterwards based on the amount of injury she has inflicted on the opponent. So I'm thinking of testing her out with DDR in some of the later teams. We'll give that a go. Let's push up the Ilanov yet again. We'll just turn cycle her now. Okay. Unfortunately, Ilanov's S1 does not give injury. Oh, okay, there we go. Very nice. 50-50 chance to proc, and we got it. Nice, and we get that extra damage from the injury that was dealt. and it finished off the FCC. Okay, so the next match here, hopefully we can make this relatively quick. We're up against a Karina, so there is no guarantee, and the Senya actually has immunity, which is unfortunate, but I am gonna go for the Soul Burn anyway. It's fine if the Senya doesn't have her skills, but she is stacked with the all of the debuffs. Look at that. Ended up going, or all the buffs ended up going to Senya from the Sea Lilius. I am gonna try to extend the debuff duration on everybody here. So there we go. And what I will do is try to reset. There we go. Reset the Karina's S3. We'll try to control her with the Sharoon, and we'll try to heal with the Celestine. Okay, nice little counter from the Dizzy. Ooh, got a stun there. Quite nice. Let's try to stop the Sea Lilius. Oh, nope, we didn't put her to sleep. Quite unfortunate. Because the artifacts will still proc here. Ooh, this... Uh-oh, wait a minute. This Senya actually packs quite a punch. Uh-oh. We might be in trouble without the Ayla Violin. Yeah, this team might actually be in trouble because we don't have Ayla Violin. Wow. Do we have to do something to this Karina? Wow, I think we have to. I think we're gonna have to do something to this Karina here. We have to put her to sleep, but this Senya is just absolutely destroying me. Let's go ahead and try to sleep this... Oh no, she resisted the sleep. Okay. Well, I think Karina is going to be taking out our Dizzy now, which is a bit unfortunate. I don't think I can actually do this with DDR. Thought we'd try to be funny. I don't think it's going to work. Oh no, we're going to lose DDR. Oh my god. Well then, that didn't go as planned, and fortunately we didn't surrender fast enough, so now I can't test out DDR with Ilanov. Quite unfortunate. Okay, next up we have the middle tower, Yogurt King. Let's go up against this top team, which has an A Ravi, and we'll test out Ilanov's injury capabilities against her. Now, we're also up against the Sea Lilius, so we gotta watch out for that, but the Senya should be attacking our Crow. Again, Crow's built fairly tanky. You saw Rimuru take him out, but that was over the course of many, many turns. And Ilanov here should be able to handle the A Ravi. Doris will be tanking the A Ravi's hits, but hopefully with the injuries, Doris will not have that much pressure put onto her. For the bottom team, we're seeing something quite strange. Haven't seen this defense team before, but we have Ahmed, Kisei, and Ed. So in order to deal with Ed, and because I'm scared of an injury Ed, I actually brought in Karina and Arya. We have Bunny Dom though, because the Ahmed will take 2 turns, which allows my Bunny Dom to proc. So we're going to get Barrier and Immunity, which will be quite nice to try to withstand the damage from Kisei and Ed. We have Arya here, who will be stealthing the team, so hopefully Bunny Dom will be safe from Ed's shenanigans. And we have Karina, whose splash damage I think should be able to take out the Kisei if we have a defense buff, right? So let's go ahead and jump into this and see how it goes. Have high hopes for both teams, unlike the DDR team that we tried to troll with and then got punished for. Okay, so everyone's getting debuffed here, which is quite expected. Thankfully, Doris did resist that other hit there. Let's go ahead and pop my S3. I have an attack down, but Ilanov is an HP scaling unit. So let's go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, didn't break the barriers from the A Ravi, but that's okay. Okay, so Doris is hit. She gets a defense buff, everybody. So that's quite nice. Crow can replenish that defense buff once he takes a turn. Alright, I guess Doris will here. So Crow doesn't need to use his skill. Let's go ahead and provoke the Sea Lilius. Or not, that's also fine. A Ravi still has her barrier, so let's just pop the S1. Thankfully we proc the S2, but I wanted to make sure we have a nice chunk of damage coming in. Ooh, Champion's Trophy on the Sea Lilius. Gotta watch out for that. Look at those dual attacks coming in. That's not too good. Alright, so Crow will be taking the brunt of the hits from this Senya, which is nice. We have a crit damage buff now. Let's see how much her S2 does against the Proof of Valor. Okay, 7k damage against Proof of Valor A Ravi is not too shabby. Let's go ahead and push back the Sea Lilius. I don't want her taking... Okay, or she's going to resist. That is perfectly fine. You know, this this Lilius casually both having effectiveness and effect resistance. She is 18k HP, so I'm kind of wondering what her effectiveness is. My Doris doesn't have the highest resist, it's about 135, which explains why she does get controlled from time to time, but it is a little unfortunate. Let's again try to provoke this Lilius, or not. Oh man, what is happening here? Okay, Elenov, let's give everyone the crit damage buff, mainly herself, but good little bit of injury. Okay, Doris resisted that provoke, which is good. Aravi is blind, but she does have an S3. She misses, thankfully, and Doris gets to live to see another day. Let's go ahead and Soul Burn into the Aravi. Okay, ooh, that's actually a good chunk of damage. Very, very nice. Okay, another dual attack into Doris. We are, unfortunately, stunned. And the Senya is dual attacking as well. So, come on, crowd. Can we get a provoke here? There we go, finally! But now the AoE is coming out from Senya. Hopefully Doris survives. He is getting quite low. If we can proc, yes, there we go. Another proc from the Ilanov. That should finish off the Aravi. So, Doris kind of accomplishing her job and staying alive until Aravi is down. Let's go for the Sea Lilius. No proc there, but it's a 50-50. Okay, so now the problem is making sure that this Senya doesn't counter me to death, which Crow is getting quite low. The greater attack buff Senya builds are a little scary. Okay, so the dual attack, so she's always going to be dual attacking with the Sea Lilius, which is a little unfortunate. Oh, Crow? Hello? Crow? Getting a little low, aren't we? I'm not going to damage share with the Crow. I'm not going to hit the Senya here. What I will do, though, is I'll go for a Soul Burn into Sea Lilius so we can finish her off. There we go. Very nice. Ooh. Oh, no! The Crow! Oh, Crow actually goes down there! Now we are in big trouble. So I didn't want the damage share to happen, but Doris ended up being provoked. So that was not very good, to say the least. Okay, come on, no proc there, but we do crit, and we got the immunity, I believe. So hopefully Senya misses. We are fire. Nope, no miss there. Let's Soul Burn. Come on, let's finish things off here. There we go, another crit. So Senya going down. Ilanov living through her debut so far. Not too bad. Okay, we are making some pretty risky team comps, though, to try to make her work. We're essentially pushing her to the limit, right? Okay, so Bunny Dom gets the nice little barrier on everybody. Kisei gets to go. Goes for the Karina. Actually does a lot of damage. Whoa! Look at that damage! That is absolutely insane. I don't think I can hit the Ed right now. I think I'm gonna have to go for an S3 onto the Ahmed. It's all I can really do, because everyone is so low. Wow. I don't know if Ahmed works with, like, if the AI is doing that accidentally, or if it's actually my opponent's setting their team up in this way. But that is quite impressive. Hopefully my Arya does not go down to this Kisei. Ooh, that is a lot of damage. Ed is gonna go with the equivalent exchange. Right, so we gotta finish off this Kisei here. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna counter. We should be able to finish off the Ed very, very soon. Holy boy, am I glad I picked 2 high defense units. That Kisei, absolutely disgusting. Okay, fantastic. So now we get to, let's just soul burn because we can. And Ed goes down. Wow! Any less bulk on my units there, and I think we would have just been cleaved. That's ridiculous. Okay, now it is time for our third and final battle of this guild war, going up against the top tower. And now you probably see why we saved the top tower for last, because yeah, there's a Rem on that top team, and Rem means RNG. On the bottom team, there's also a Ron, and given that I can't ever outspeed my opponents, his defense break is gonna be pretty brutal, and we're still trying to fit Ilanov into this fight, so I had to think of a way around it, and yeah, here we are. Well, for the top team, you're going to get a little sneak peek of Lilius in Guild Wars. So my Lilius is actually not fully reforged yet. She has this necklace to go. But yeah, she's not too bad in terms of bulk. Her defense could use a little patching up, and her speed is pretty decent. She has a little bit of crit damage to help out her team, and she is on Mort's Artifact here, which isn't really going to play too much of a role in this fight, especially given that both of my units here are, neither of them are actually, they don't have skill cooldowns essentially on their skill 3s, right? So Lionheart Sirmia is going to be here so that when C. Lilius gets provoked by the Lilius on my team, she's going to dual attack and proc Lionheart Sirmia. I also brought in Archdemon so that Archdemon can try to seal. I actually put her on book so that she has a soul burn available. I'm actually going to change Lilius's artifact because this is normally used against things like Lua. And I think I'll put her on some damage mitigation for now. Let's just take an Aureus to help out. Alright, for the bottom team, Ron, Ravi, and Meru. This is probably a fast Meru, and we need a cleanser. So I brought in Dilibet. She's going to be a nice little bruiser, damage dealer, cleanser for the team after Ron goes. He's probably going to be debuffing Ilanov and Dilibet here. So Ilanov's going to be on Mature Sunglasses, same build as before, and she'll hopefully be injuring down the Ravi. Everything essentially relies on Ilanov for this battle because Destina's here, and we don't have a light bait. Our Doris went down, otherwise Doris would be here. And yeah, Ruel doesn't work too well against all this AoE damage from the Meru and the Ron, so we're at the mercy of Ron, hopefully not defense breaking us. And when did relying on RNG ever play out in your favor, right? Okay, so Lilius is gonna proc. So there we go. Oh no! Hang on just a second now. I mean, it didn't really do all that much in the end, but there was no dual attack that came out here, so that's unfortunate. Okay, very nice. The Meru does actually, or sorry, not the Meru, the Rem actually does counterattack. We do seal her too, so she won't get demon mode. That's quite nice. Okay, Archdemon actually pushed herself up, which is not bad. We're going to just hit her again because why not, right? She already has a seal. Very good. Unfortunately, the Senya will be going. Hopefully we resist here. She's quite low on HP, 16k, so yeah, she probably does have some form of effectiveness or effect res built into her. Rem, stop. Okay, we do get a nice little counter there, although we do miss. Okay, Archdemon pushes herself up. Now we're taking a lot of damage from the Senya, which is a little bit unfortunate. Oh, and the music box, giving her that immunity. Absolutely disgusting. Otherwise, I was gonna seal the Senya, and then we would have been good to go. Alright, well, what we're gonna have to do now is... I'm not even going to bother soul burning. I'm going to try to take down this Rem as soon as possible. So unfortunately, we'll be taking more damage from the Senya. And I think what I'll do is pop the S3 on the Lilius so we can cleanse the debuffs on the team. We can try to deal a bit of damage with her S3, although it won't be much. Ooh, and Lilius. Lilius taking so much damage there. Can Lionheart actually solo this? Who knows? Okay, everyone is down now, so it's pretty much up to Lionheart to settle this. Okay, so we do take out the Rem. There is a counter that comes from the Senya. Lionheart gets to proc. Unfortunately, we don't get to take another turn immediately, but what I will do is just go for the Senya. There we go. Got the lucky break that we needed. And let's rip her S3 again. Wow. Tried to do something different. Tried to bring in the Archdemon, but yeah, not quite. That nostalgic music box with the perfect, right? I'm pretty sure you guys experienced this. Whenever you really need a crucial debuff, just Music Box always puts the right buff, immunity, onto the unit. That just happens to be the correct unit that you were trying to debuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is what happens. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up the Ilanov. Let us go for... Oh man, it is risky, right? Because Dilibet has a defense break, but let's go for the S3. Ron didn't actually land as many debuffs as I thought he would. Magic for Friends does proc. Unfortunate. Ooh, look at Dilibet. Okay, let us go for the S3 then. There's no really other debuffs for us to cleanse throughout the fight. Unless Ron goes again, but we're going to try to finish off the Meru as soon as possible. Ravi is going to S3 into the Dilibet, which kind of sucks. And then Meru gets to pop her S3. Okay, so I am going to go for an S1 onto the Meru. Unfortunately, Ron will be taking the turn. He does deal a considerable amount of damage. Alright, let us go for the revive here with Destina. We might lose this one, actually. This team might have been a little too risky. I'm probably going to have to just S2 into the Meru, right? The Ravi I'm going to have to deal with afterwards, but this is really important to take out the Meru. Dilibet does go down. Unfortunate. I'm going to push up the Ilanov. Should we try? We're going to have to try to hit this Ron. Nope, we do miss, and because he RNL'd earlier, he gets to proc his S2 into an S3 once more, granting him skill null, which is really bad for me. I'm going to defense break the Ilanov too, and RNL one more time! Oh my god. How disgusting. I don't think Destina can actually do this. Just look at this Ron go. Yep. Every single time I try to debut a fire unit, right? Ron has to come and ruin the day. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Because look, we can't even... Like, every time we try to break his skill null, he just gets it back. Okay, we do get the Guardian Ice Crystals there. Can I finish him off? I don't think so, because Ravi's gonna S3 and then I think I lose, right? The least we could do is take him out. Yeah, I don't think we do this. How unfortunate. Oh, and it was going so well too. Oh well. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more Epic 7 content, and leave a comment down below letting me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.